G'day, welcome to 2023 Caravan of the Year, brought to you by MSA. With this great Aussie vans. It's a Gravity 18'6" off-roader for couples with a really innovative layout. Let's get into it.
The Great Aussie Caravan's Gravity is a couples van, a queen bed at the front, a full ensuite at the rear with a washing machine and all the creature comforts that you would expect in a caravan these days. A full oven, gas, hot water, air conditioning, all the creature comforts in an 18'6" package. I don't think you could go wrong with this van. I really liked it.
Great Aussie vans have looked carefully at the self-sufficiency of the van and done a lot of work on it by the looks of it. In terms of lithium battery capacity, there's 400 amp hours. For the rooftop solar, 720 watts, and there's a 3000 watt inverter. That might seem like an overcapacity, but if you're planning on spending some time in the bush and you've got a family with you, well, there's plenty of power to be used. There are a couple of 95 litre water tanks and a 95 litre grey tank.
Yeah, the Great Aussie, I reckon it's a great van. 18'6", single axle, huge amount of payload, so you can take everything they need basically with you. Lots of room to move, decent sort of ensuite down the back, big bed. I think they've done a really great job. They've thought this one through and they've delivered on an off-road van that's easy to tow. I reckon it's a great thing.
The X factor for the Great Aussie has to be the fact that it's a single axle 18'6". If you could name another single axle 18'6", I would be surprised. It's almost always twin axle. Now why that matters is the maneuverability without sacrificing payload. This still has a 3-ton ATM, but with single axle, you'll get this thing around tight tracks and into hard to park spots so much easier than a twin.
In terms of quality, this van looks to be very well built. Has a box section aluminium frame which is fully welded, and a look at a sample of the structure of the van, it looked to be very well done. There's a one-piece walls, one-piece roof. They're made of aluminium composite, and that's all designed to reduce the possibility of water ingress. All the cabinetry inside the van is well put together, and if you look behind the cabinets, it's all screwed and interlocked together, so it's very firm when you're travelling along.
The Great Aussie Caravan's Gravity is an 18'6" single axle van, which we towed on our tow test with a Mitsubishi Triton dual cab ute, which is a very common tow vehicle in Australia. It towed beautifully on its tough ride suspension. It has a tare weight of just 2,378 kilo, so it was very easy to tow up the mountain behind the Mitsubishi. It's a size that we are seeing more of now, the smaller single axle vans that are easily towed by the average family dual cab ute. You don't need a big sort of monster truck to tow this van, so it towed very nicely. I think we'll see more of these.
The innovation in this van is the layout in an 18'6" van. The fact that they've got so much room inside, they've done a really good job. They've brought along a really tough little aluminium frame van, plenty of off-road ability. I think people are really going to like this.
Great Aussie look after their customers. Increasing warranty times are very much becoming obvious in this industry. There's definitely need for that. And so this van has a 2-year warranty on everything in the van and a 5-year warranty on the structure. In addition to that, Great Aussie have set up a network of repairers, so if you have a problem wherever you happen to be, then it's easily fixed.
The value for money for this one is a bit of a challenge, and by that I mean it is a very common sized van, well built, but $109,000 or just under. Now I think it's reasonable. The world has changed. Caravans have got a lot more expensive in the last couple of years. Now this is an aluminium framed caravan with great tough ride suspension, so I think 109 or 108 and a bit, I actually think it's pretty okay.
Great Aussie mightn't be a van that you've heard of, but it's growing week on week. They've got a new general manager with huge experience in the caravan industry, and I think they're going to go a long way.
In many ways, the Great Aussie Gravity is your typical Aussie van, I'd have to say. It's one designed for couples. It has an external length of 18'6", so that gives you room for a front island bed, mid-area kitchen and dinette, and a full width rear bathroom. It's not an overly long van, but certainly one that's great for towing, and certainly one you can live comfortably on for extended times when you're on the road.